Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked at an old, faded map and felt that pull of adventure? That's exactly how this all started for us. Just a piece of brittle parchment, covered in cryptic symbols and what looked like a crude drawing of a jungle, with a single, tantalizing X right in the heart of it. The legend spoke of a hidden city, a place of gold and untold wonders, swallowed by the jungle centuries ago. Most people dismissed it as a fairy tale, but for me and my friends, it was a challenge we couldn't resist. We knew it was crazy, probably a wild goose chase, but the what if was just allowed to ignore. So, we packed our bags, said goodbye to civilization, and stepped into the unknown. Our journey began at the edge of the world's most unforgiving jungle. The air was thick, so humid you could practically drink it, and the noise, it was a constant symphony of buzzing insects, screeching monkeys, and birds we'd never heard before. The first few days were a brutal reality check. We were city kids, used to sidewalks and streetlights. Out here, every step was a battle against tangled vines, slippery mud, and the relentless heat. The map was our only guide, but it was more of a riddle than a set of directions. We had to rely on the sun's position, the stars at night, and frankly, a whole lot of guesswork. There were moments of doubt, for sure. Times when we'd be hacking through dense foliage for hours, only to realize we'd been going in a circle. We were tired, covered in scratches and bug bites, and the city felt more like a myth than ever. But then, little things started to happen. We'd find strange carvings on rocks, patterns that weren't natural, echoing the symbols on our map. We discovered a stream that seemed to flow in a direction that defied the landscape's logic. These were the breadcrumbs, the small whispers from the past telling us we were on the right path. It renewed our spirits. We weren't just lost in the jungle anymore. We were following a trail laid down by people who lived here long ago. The camaraderie between us grew stronger with every challenge. We learned to rely on each other completely, sharing the last of our rations, taking turns on watch at night, and pulling each other up when we stumbled. The jungle wasn't just an obstacle, it was forging us into a real team. And then, on the 10th day, it happened. We were climbing a steep ridge, exhausted and ready to set up camp, when Alex, who was at the front, just stopped dead in his tracks. He didn't say anything, just pointed. We scrambled up to join him, and through a gap in the trees, we saw it. At first, it just looked like a strange, vine-covered hill, but as our eyes adjusted, we could make out the shapes, the sharp, deliberate angles of cut stone. It was a pyramid, a massive, stone pyramid, almost completely consumed by green. Our hearts were pounding. We practically ran the rest of the way, bursting through the final curtain of leaves and into a vast, silent clearing. It was real. We were standing in the middle of the lost city. Stone temples, covered in moss and intricate carvings, towered over us. Plazas paved with weathered slabs stretched out before us, and stone aqueducts snaked through the ruins, hinting at a complex society. The silence was profound, broken only by the whisper of the wind through the stone corridors. It was overwhelming, standing in a place that no one had seen for centuries. We weren't treasure hunters looking for gold anymore. We were witnesses. We spent the next few days exploring, carefully documenting everything we saw, feeling the weight of history in every stone we touched. Finding this place was the adventure of a lifetime, a journey that tested our limits and rewarded us with something far more valuable than gold, a story that the world needed to hear. Thanks so much for coming along on this incredible journey with us. It just goes to show you that sometimes the greatest legends are true. If you love this adventure, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss what we find next. See you in the next video.